the McBryans are heading on a one-of-a-kind family trip.
WZS ready to go?
Wow.
And Rod's dressed up for the occasion.
I had to pull up the high tops.
The message is like, is everybody here?
Yay! Who's excited?
2010, clear for takeoff, runway 28.
Iron Maiden is playing in Edmonton, you know, a really exceptionally popular band.
Iron Maiden, monsters of heavy metal for over 30 years.
My brother and sister and Kenny, my nephew, and friends and family, are mostly all metalheads, are gonna go to the concert.
But nobody's more pumped than Mikey's brother Rod.
Well, it's a huge deal because, you know, I've been driving around in my truck for the last 20 years listening to Iron Maiden. Everything else is kind of like filler music.
The DC-3 was already scheduled to make an appearance at the Edmonton Aviation Museum, and the family's hitching a ride. It could help Rod meet his hero.
Their lead singer, Bruce Dickinson, is a huge aviation guy. He actually is a captain on a 757. So within the realms of the aviation world, we sent the word out that we're gonna be there at the DC-3. You can come check us out.
And word comes back. Bruce wants to see the plane and meet the family that flies it.
Throw it on there. If he comes and sees the airplane, it'd be kind of cool. And he sees that on there, and maybe we can get him to sign it or something.
Mikey's even renamed the 3 after Bruce's plane, Ed Force One.
This specific aircraft, WZS, was KG-330 for the 512 Squadron that flew on D-Day, June 6, 1944.
Underwriters off the aileron. You're not driving a car.
But the owner of this DC-3 isn't so excited.
Yeah, I knew nothing of it myself. I heard of Boney M and those rock bands, but I hadn't heard of this Iron Maiden.
Evident at Buffalo 427. 427 Tower, you're cleared. Left bus, runway 12. Buffalo 427, where are you going to? Yeah, we'll just be parking in south of hangar 15 here.
Hey, out we go.
A little early, aren't we?
Have a nice flight in.
Yeah, I know, it's beautiful.
While Joe shows off the DC-3 at the museum, the rest of the family heads to the hotel to meet the man himself.
I'm a little bit nervous now. Yeah, no, I've been pretty calm up till this point. See how I make out if I don't pass out or run away or something like that. So we're sitting there in the lounge at the hotel, and all of a sudden, a nondescript man with a baseball hat shows up. Good day, sir. I'm Rod. Bruce, Mikey. Everybody else said, oh yeah, they didn't recognize him. I recognized him right away.
I did about a dozen little sectors in the DC-3 in California once, and
The moment Bruce showed up, he wanted to talk about airplanes, and that's one thing we can talk about.
I was on a DC-3, B-25 Mitchell.
Right. Oh, wow.
What else?
How about a C-46?
Curtis Commando.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring it on.
The boys are thinking they might be able to tempt Bruce to come north and fly some of their planes.
Get going, because if we're going to show you around the stage and everything.
But for now, Bruce wants to give the McBryans a ride and VIP treatment for his show.
We're in his van, and we're talking like old buddies. Like, we were together for like 3 minutes, and now we're like old blokes, old pals.
Years ago, I used to moonlight flight instructor in Santa Monica, and I got given this strange thing. A guy wanted to go up to San Francisco with his dog, and it was in a Beach Duchess. So it's pretty, you know, cozy. And all it's doing is like, it's going to go on like the whole flight. And he goes, yeah, he just likes to sit on the pilot's lap. Anyway, then it starts to fart. Oh, man.
A few hours later, and the McBryans see their new friend in action.
We get so close, soon enough to fight! Why are they rushing against me in his sight?
Now that he's up on stage and you spend a couple hours, you feel like you have a little bit of a connection, a personal connection, you know? You have a little insight into who Bruce is and what he's about.
go. Yeah. Is that an expensive lens? There you go.
We peeled away in the van, then we went right to the pub. We had a table. That was the end of the most craziest night ever. But we did make a plan. He's got a day off, so he's gonna fly up. We're gonna let him fly the DC-3 to Yellowknife, where we're gonna give him the keys to the hangar. To tomorrow, 8 hours, bottle of throttle.
Absolutely.
Hey, boys.
Tomorrow, they'll find out how Buffalo Joe feels about having a rock star for a co-pilot. At the Aviation Museum in Edmonton, the McBryans are ready to head home, along with a very special guest. The question now, what will the captain make of his new co-pilot?
Okay, come with me, Ron. I gotta load up this window here.
I didn't know anything about the band. I didn't know anything about him. They said he was an airline pilot, and I didn't know how much time he put in flying or how much time he put in singing on stage.
Hopefully the boss isn't too ornery today. You got the lead singer of Iron Maiden meeting Buffalo Joe, and I don't know if that water is going to mix with oil too well. I was really kind of worried about how this was all going to go down.
Hi, I'm Bruce.
Are you Bruce?
Yeah.
Maybe. Joe.
At first, he's very standoffish.
You go show everybody around the airplane, I'll go in the toilet and read the weather. So I'll be right with you. Hang on.
Bruce is going to have to prove himself in the cockpit to earn Joe's respect.
I wasn't surprised that he wanted to fly it at all. You know? I just didn't know whether he could or not.
So we got WZS here.
Hey, club seating.
Trying to figure out how it works. 2 engines to go around.
Yeah, just having a quick peek and seeing. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Okay. All right.
No, just looking for the mags.
Just sit over in the right seat there, Bruce.
Oh.
And I'll get this thing started.
Okay, sir. Okay, yeah, got Timmy.
Hey, everyone's buckled in. You're welcome to Ed Force 3 on its maiden flight. We have co-captains today. We got Captain Buffalo Joe McBryan and Captain Bruce Dickinson.
Captain Dickinson is in control of the aircraft, and Buffalo Joe is watching him closely.
We have to take care of business when we're in the cockpit. No fooling around.
Hold that tail like right on it. Yeah, stay right on it there. Yeah. Coming good. Oh, airspeed's alive. Okay, just release it, she'll fly. There she is, flying away. Course across here, right?
Accelerate to 110.
Yeah, you're doing good. You got your climb gradient?
Yeah.
Release your window up, they'll get rid of all that old party air those guys brought with them.
It hasn't really sunk in. We're sitting in the back reading the Maiden book, and then Bruce is flying the airplane, eh, Mikey? It's almost like 2 different worlds.
That's good, yeah. Coming good. You probably haven't been in Northwest Territories before, eh? Huh? Never been in Northwest Territories? Nope. Just 6-0 and you'll be in Northwest Territories.
He flew the whole way, which surprised me. He sat up there and he flew the airplane the whole way. The speeding you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, it was another triumph. Right. Starting to come in. Lay here. I'll just take some tension off the throttle. You got pressure, you got light, you're all cleared to land.
He's a very good pilot. He's very thorough. He's very knowledgeable about flying.
So, Bruce?
Yeah.
Welcome to Yellowknife.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
You did a
man.
wicked job.
Wow.
We just got to train you on a pallet jack now. We can load some airplanes.
Yeah.
But now that Joe's been won over, he wants Bruce to have a much bigger experience.
Oh, I was impressed. So in courtesy, I was going to give him whatever time I could.
The Norseman. Wooden wings, fabric, metal skeleton body.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Joe's first offering, a ride on his beloved float plane. The Norseman made its maiden flight back in 1935.
But for many, many years, this was the bush plane of choice in the Northwest Territories in any remote area.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what they had, Norseman.
This is the first float plane I've ever been anywhere near or on. Well, no, I've seen them in museums, but never been on one. Always the first time.
Come with me, Bruce.
Yep.
I'll just go for a little cruise here.
I've never been in a float plane before. To sit there and get talked through the takeoff and talk through various bits and bobs, like, that's really cool.
Got 30 feet to go. 10, 15. Gonna be touching down right now, so there's no water over my cowlings, right? Yep. That's how you land a float plane.
After spending a day and seeing his energy after the show and flying airplanes all day, and by the second day, I was like, this guy reminds me of my dad.
And now, Rod's dad is giving Bruce his biggest experience and challenge of the day, a shot at the Douglas DC-4.
If you don't love a DC-4, you don't love flying an airplane.
I've always loved these airplanes. It's a big old beast. It really is. It's a big 4-engine lump, so...
A.J. DeCoste is quickly showing him how to handle 6,000 horsepower.
Fire it up here. And then safety here, this is the firewall shut off 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And this plane is a lot more seat of the pants than what Bruce is used to.
I'm gonna tell you that the airplanes you're flying, the instruments are all very precise, the needle width is this and that. This thing is not the case, okay? Yep. There's gonna be some indications that aren't quite exact, okay? Okay, understood. Ready on the left. Yep. Nice and slowly, we'll advance slowly. That compass, believe it or not, wait now. Oh, the compass is way out. Yeah, 274. Okay, 274. Okay, hands on there. Yep, ready on the left. Yep. You can two-hand the wheel now. Airspeed's alive through 70 knots, my friend. V1, V2, rotate. Positive ready. Go. Here's the transit. And the flaps are up. Check. So do you want to turn outside of the town or do we have to go? Sure, whatever you'd like.
We're doing tight circuits with the DC-4, actually simulating what the boys do on their firebombing runs.
So good to go for a sure, yeah, left turn. You can make your left turn now.
You're in a bank, you're in a corner. Life and death stuff.
But Bruce wants to take it a step further. He wants to slam the plane on the runway and immediately take off again. A touch and go.
To really know an airplane, you gotta start throwing it around. And the best way to throw it around is touch and goes.
Coming in with no ballast on my back, it is nose heavy. Yeah, very nose heavy.
And you really want to land like good on the main wheels and then touch down the nose. If you kind of come in and fly the airplane how it wants to fly, you might drive the nose wheel on first, and then the ass slams down.
We want to make sure we got that straight center line set up bilingual. No, is that looking about right for the center line? So do you think I'm out to the left? I think we're going to land on the side of the runway like this. Put her in the center of the runway. Yep.
Bruce and all of Buffalo are about to learn that even a rock star has his limits.
Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Okay, I see what you mean.
Bang! Whoa, what the hell? Did my life flash before my eyes? Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go on this one. Yep.
And then all of a sudden, brrrr, I'm like, oh my God, now we're going around again. Oh, we're stopping.
Okay, that really is a pullback, isn't it? Like everything, man.
That's hard work. I mean, that is hard work. I love it.
You're lined up with the right side of the runway. Right there. Pull back a little bit. Pull back. Yeah, you got her. You got her, man. Not bad at all. Rubber off to his tires there. You got it in the last one there.
At the end, Bruce was drenched in sweat, just like getting off stage. His stage that day was the DC-4.
and he worked hard.
Anytime you get a new airplane or a new type of airplane that you haven't flown before, you try to get under its skin, and you're just really scratching the surface with this one.
Thank you very much. Well, thanks very much for tolerating that.
Oh. Well. Yeah. Just, yeah. Covered in brake dust and oil, really. Wow, it's a beast. It really is. I mean, that's a workout. That's hard work flying that aeroplane. I mean, we jumped into a DC-4, a four-engined, heavy, piston radial aeroplane, and went off and did touch and goes. Wow. You know.
Buffalo might just have found a new recruit.
Maybe one day you can come back and get some more buffalo wings.
Oh, well, you know, I have to go and sort of load some pallets as well or something, you know. And load some pallets in 40 below, see how we get on. Did I just say that? No, strike that from the record.
Rod McBryan's just had a weekend he never could have imagined.
It's original 1982 issue flag. It's kind of complete. Kind of nice to have Bruce's signature on it. That flag's seen a lot of shit.
Bruce Dickinson's charmed Rod and all the McBryans.
Once it starts snowing, got to come back in the snow.
Now, he's taking one final tour of the ramp.
It's a bit of a brute, you know. It really is. When it gets close to the ground, that thing, it's quite something.
Bruce hasn't even tried flying the toughest bird in the fleet.
We left one airplane out, the Curtiss C-46.
Yeah, that's right. That's the ones you said that they've all crashed.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. It's not too crazy about crosswinds, is it?
Yeah, it doesn't like crosswinds. It's got a small rudder for the vertical stab area. It takes us about 25 to 30 pilots to find one that can fly it.
So the McBryans are hoping the lure of the 46 will convince their idol to play a return engagement here.
I consider him a friend now, which even me saying that now, you know, months ago would not believe I would make a statement like that, but it's true.
Yeah?
So pleased.
All right.
Right.
So next time, eh?
Yes. And thanks for the trip in the Norseman yesterday, because I've never taken off on water or landed on water before. It was amazing.
My father doesn't have these crazy expectations like me and Rod have about this metal god that we grew up with. Joe only knows Bruce as Bruce is. So I think the most genuine person in the whole thing is my father.
Bruce,
yeah.
When you come back, I'll give you the float Norseman on 185.
There you go.
Well,
done deal.
So now you got a reason to come back.
Deal. I'll pay the gas. I'll pay the gas next time.
Maybe Bruce can come up and get his float rating as well. We might have a new Norseman pilot on our hands.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Great.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably see you again.
I don't know, Mikey. You're gonna have to figure something out.
I think, if anything, we can get Bruce and put him to work. We'll get him on the 46. I'm turning 30 next year, and I gotta get a new bucket list because I blew the shit out of my old one.